Mister, can I go to the restaurant?
Quickly, yes, quickly.
Getting nervous. It's fine.
Solo échate una.
No, ahorita le pregunté al güey. Si somos primeros, lo vamos a sentar que si no,
Es lo que haces, ¿verdad?
Got it. You better get prepared against the mix.
Hey, mister. Mister.
Yes.
Where's the reminder from Matt?
We have to wait for one person is going right now, and then make yeah.
Ya llegó el diablo.
Okay.
But first,
Okay, your father? Kiko.
a nice declaration, validation, Kiko.
I was saying, Kiko, claro.
All the night, I mean.
Ah, yo voy a
Okay.
¡No! ¡Hey, mister! ¿Qué pasó con su vida?
Friends people was like, hey, Jason, you should be sitting next to.
Okay. So the inside groups
Hey,
are gonna be here.
sálguense. Afuera.
You guys want to go first?
No.
Yes.
You wanna go? Yeah. To get over with.
Yeah. You want to go first? Okay. We'll change it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Hey, where's the guest spot? Aquí.
Okay.
When you say yes, you say yes. Oh, wow.
Pásame pensar tu saco ahorita para...
El de Lencho te queda.
Mira, mira.
Ese de acá, bro. El de Alan.
Okay. Welcome everyone. So, the groups in the middle should be, we should have Guillermo, we should have Eduardo, Kini, Elise, David, Rico, Ricardo, Jason, and China in the middle, please, in these groups. I'm going to give you a paper that is the way you're going to, the group on the outside is going to give them a grade and listen when they are debating. So you can take one of these papers.
Your Honor, my client is not guilty.
Okay.
You're on the way.
So I think a few people are in the bathroom, but I think I'm going to start to just explain. So this is how we are going to grade your group. So let's review the different things we want to see them doing. So these are the basic things that are common, right? Every student in the group is looking at the audience, speaking loudly and clearly, using key vocabulary, standing up straight, and sharing their idea at least once. So for the presentation, it's a good idea to stand up when you are doing your presentation. For the conversation debate, you can be sitting down at the table. The next part here, we want to make sure that if you go to the next page, go to page 2. Go to page 2, please. If you can look on page 2, this is just important to see how we will grade you. You want to look on page 2? So, page 2, your group on the outside, you're going to be writing down notes about this. How many claims did they make? So every time your group, when you guys are listening, you're going to write down a little number. Every time you hear them make a claim, you make a new idea, right? In the discussion or in the presentation. When you hear evidence, write down a number, okay? So you're going to have team, so this is going to be, let's see. Let's write down the names first of the teams. So this team is team 1. Team 1 is over here. So can you write down for team 1 and team 2 is over here. Team 1 is here, team 1 is yes. So we can write down team 1 versus team 2. No, you guys don't need to, this is just for you to look at to see the example.
Chale, güey, no mames, al chile. Ya valieron verga.
Póngalas al chile, ¿va? Póngalas al chile. ¿Tú también?
Chale, güey, ya valieron verga.
Thanks.
Y no en guatemalteco.
Okay, so you're going to make marks every time you hear a claim, every time you hear evidence, every time, and then you're going to see, did they do a good job talking about the background information? Are they responding to the opponent? Are they asking questions? So So remember, some questions you can ask include about like, can you repeat that? Can you help me understand that? Can you say where is your evidence from? And we should definitely make sure that everyone has the music out and the phones away. This is an important grade for the class, so that's really important. And then if you can make connections to your life, that's a really important thing that can help also with your group. Okay, let's see.
When I was young, the United States dropped.
Are we missing someone? Oh, she's not here. Okay. Okay.
You got diarrhea?
So, on the group on the outside, you should be on the page number 2. Page number 2, on this group here, you should be on page number 2. And we're going to be listening, remember, to write down. So this is team number 1. Let's write down team number 1 on the top is here. Team number 1 is here. Team number 2 is in the bottom box here, team number 2. So every time you hear team number 1 make a claim, just write down a mark here. Every time you hear team number 2 make a claim, write down a mark here. So be listening carefully, and then at the end we'll have some time to write down notes about the other part. So when you're listening, just writing the notes here on this part and this part. And at the end we will do the rest. Okay, so I want to make sure you have the complete time. So I will put the timer off. I might stop you if it's the end of the time. I will try to put the time up here also. And I'm going to make marks when different people are talking. Okay, so make sure to please give your complete respect to the group. And phones should be turned off, phones should be away. This is an important grade for the class, so thank you guys for dressing professionally and being ready to go. So I'm going to put up the time. Let's see, what's the best way to do it? I guess with the class teacher. Thank you. So Anderson, I'm going to give you.
Are you ready for the big one?
One of these papers. So we're listening to this is group number 1 here, and this is group number 2 here.
Flash. Bien pequeño. También querida.
My client is not here.
Okay, thank you for your patience, guys. Almost ready.
Say hello,
He
well.
has no record. He has no police record, and he's innocent.
Okay, one moment. Almost ready. I'm going to put up the time here.
Oh, no,
El maestro lo pongo.
Okay.
Ready.
Okay, let me make this. Okay, so I need. I need to borrow Whoa!
It almost fell.
Accidents happen. You're nervous. I have to go fast because we don't have a lot of time. So I'm moving too fast.
Se quebró, mister, ya no sirve.
It almost fell.
Probably broken, but we'll see. Okay, so we're gonna start. We're gonna have, I'm gonna give 2 minutes, so we have some extra time. 2 minutes for group number 1 to go with the presentation, and then we'll go to group number 2. Okay, I can't show you the time now, sorry. Okay, here we go. Ready? And begin. So group number 1, yeah.
Good morning. Today we're going to talk about if we should use nuclear energy or not. Greenhouse gases is the main cause of climate change and global warming. Nuclear energy is now 24 hours a day, 7 days a week source of power that does not result in the emission of greenhouse gases. Global climate change is the temperature increasing around the world. It is caused by air pollution and greenhouse gases. Global environment change and has a lot of space to disappear. In recent years, many countries have come together to discuss possible solutions that could reduce the effect of global climate change.
20 seconds.
Nuclear energy is not considered renewable energy because it is made of limited amounts. However, it is considered to be clean energy because it produces greenhouse gases in the world. Nuclear energy generates about 10% of the world's electricity. In countries like France, nuclear energy generates 55% of electricity. In America, nuclear energy generates about 20% of our electricity. Currently, there are 438 nuclear reactors in 31 countries across the world.
Great, thank you. Let's go to, we're going to go to just the last part of the introduction for team number 2. Can we go to the last part? What should we debate today? Yeah. So who is reading the opening statement for your group? Just the last part.
Actually, we didn't finish it because Miss Brittany says that we can do it until here. So
Okay. Okay.
just finish it until here.
Okay, no problem. Great.
Sorry. Should I say that?
Great.
Because of the increase of Earth's average surface temperature due to the effect of greenhouse gases, sea levels have risen about 7 inches in the last 100 years, which is more than previous 2,000 years combined. The rising sea levels, according to CEF, Conserve Energy Future, could threaten the lives along the coastal areas. So today we are debating the resolution that the world should not use more nuclear energy to solve the global warming crisis, because nuclear energy is very dangerous and it is better than other resources of energy. Global climate change is the increasing of temperature in the world. It is caused by greenhouse gases. Global climate change is a problem for all living things in the world because it harms all the living things by drought and too much CO2 in the atmosphere. In recent years, many countries have come together to discuss possible solutions that could reduce the impact of global climate change. One of these proposed solutions is for countries to stop using energy that creates pollution and to start using more renewable, clean energy. Energy is considered renewable if we never run out of the resources and we can use it again and again. Some sources of renewable energy include hydroelectric, biomass, wind, and geothermal. Energy is considered clean if it doesn't produce CO2 or if it doesn't affect all the living things. Some sources of clean energy include hydroelectric, wind, nuclear, solar, geothermal, and wind. Energy is what makes matter do work. It is made of waves. It can never be created or destroyed. So why are we constantly talking about conserving energy? This is because energy is too hard to capture and store different forms of energy like heat. Energy is constantly transforming. Nuclear energy is a form of potential energy that is stored in the forces that hold the nucleus of the atoms together.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt. We're going to stop there. Thank you, Shaima. Okay, we're going to the next part, the claims, for team number 1. Back to team number 1.
So first, nuclear energy is very safe because it's the second safely after the wind. To show what we mean, only 27 people died because nuclear energy as a result of nuclear accident until 2004. This is simple supply or argument that nuclear energy is safe than other sources.
Great, thank you, Eduardo. And remember, the other team, we should be writing notes on the last paper, on the last page of the yellow. When you hear the other team claim, you should be writing some notes. Yeah, on this part right here is a good time to write some notes when you listen to the other team's claim. Okay. Sorry, continue, team number 1. We're going to claim number 2 in team number 1.
So second, nuclear energy does not produce greenhouse gases. So for example, one big source of energy, like coal, produces a lot of CO2 that creates global warming, that creates drought, as we have in California now. That creates like wars that kill people, etc. So as you can clearly see from our example, nuclear energy is much better than some other energy because it doesn't produce greenhouse gases that cause global warming.
Great, that's a claim 3.
Finally, nuclear industrials have the excellent safety record to illustrate in more than a half century since the first commercial nuclear reactor began producing electricity. There has not been a single death or injury from a released nuclear power plants accident in the U.S. It support our argument that nuclear energy is safe, or at least safe than other major industries. Thank you.
Good. Okay, on to team number 2. And remember, team number 2, when you are giving your claims about is it dangerous or not, team number 1, you should be writing down some notes in the next part when they are speaking. Okay, team number 2.
Claim number 1, right? Okay. We believe that nuclear energy is very dangerous compared to other sources of energy. In the next minute, we will provide 3 different claims with evidence to support our position. To begin, nuclear energy should be considered dangerous if it produces radiation. As an example, in Chernobyl disaster that happened 30 years ago in Ukraine, people had to leave their house as a result of radiation. These examples support our argument that a lot of people is going to be affected, and a lot of agriculture will be contaminated, will no longer be used. This is an example of Chernobyl. You can see before and after.
In addition, nuclear energy should be considered dangerous because nuclear power plants can attract terrorists because they know they can make nuclear weapons and fatal atomic bombs. For example, as you know, in Hiroshima was a big disaster during World War II when 90% of the city wiped out and 10% of people there died of radiation. As you know, as you can clearly see for our example, uranium can be used for electricity, energy, and it can be the main source for terrorists to make nuclear weapons and atomic bombs, and can possible to start and end a war.
Finally, nuclear energy should be considered dangerous because it costs a lot of money. First, you're gonna need professional engineers, architects, and even scientists, and even miners, because they are the one who are gonna find uranium-235. And that uranium-235 is the main source of the energy, of the nuclear energy. There are a lot of, so it is considered dangerous because there's a lot of abandoned nuclear power plants, like in Philippines, Alabama, Sweden, Spain, Indiana. And this example supports my argument because those nuclear power plants that are abandoned, they are unfinished because those power plants are built during the times when the Chernobyl disaster happened. So it led them by fear by not continuing it, and that's it.
Okay, great. We're gonna have a little bit shorter time for the open discussion, but we'll have let's put 4 minutes on for the open discussion for both teams to talk, so you can respond to the other team's ideas, and anyone can speak on the teams. Okay.
So do we discuss what team now?
No, this is just to respond to the other team, to what did you hear, or say more of your evidence and explain to the other group. This is just time to talk, like more open conversation with both groups. It's not on the paper yet.
Okay, so Rika said it cost a lot of money. This is not true. In fact, it costs a lot of money to build, but on the long time period, it's really cheap. Like in France, like 70% of electricity from nuclear, and people don't pay their electricity, so it costs a lot of money to build, but it's on the long time period, it's very cheap. And she also said that a lot of people were involved to build it, but I mean, it creates jobs, and I think it's a good thing. And for the abandoned power plants, they could finish it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's open, like just normal conversation now. Yeah.
Okay, so for us, it is very expensive because it is too expensive to finance. Because there's also investors that has sent message that they can invest their money because they are not sure if 2.5 billion is enough to finish a nuclear power plant. And you were saying in France that it is like 55%, 75%. So in fact, even France, that is the most pro-nuclear European country, has adopted a suspension in building another power plant because they don't have like place to build another plant because they know that it is very risk for the health of people to live near the nuclear facilities.
Well, in France there is like natural catastrophe. People are very safe. It's not like a dangerous country. Energy is still very, very cheap for the country. It's something like you almost don't pay, like every day, like you need to do electricity or other stuff. You almost don't pay anything. And compared to other clean energies, so solar energy is $0.13 per kilowatt, and wind it can reach $0.20 per kilowatts while nuclear energy is only $0.10. So it's cheaper than other clean energy. And yes, that's all I have to say.
Okay, we're gonna stop there to go. We're gonna have another time of open conversation. Don't worry. But we're gonna go now to part 2. So the part 2, Clem, can team number 1 give us your part 2 about is nuclear energy a better source of energy than other sources of energy? So
This part 3.
we're on. So it should be for team 1 on the second part. Yeah, this part here. So you're claim number 1. If you can do the first part. Yeah, yeah. Claim number 1 for part 2. Yeah, yeah.
Nuclear energy is an expensive on a long time period. An example of those of when energy is power can reach 20 cents dollar, and solar panel energy is 13 cents, while nuclear energy is only 10 cents. This example support our argument that nuclear energy is better than other sources of energy because it's cheap than other renewable and clean energy.
So in addition, nuclear energy provides a lot of potential supply. So for example, the nuclear world potential supply is 61 million, while sun and wind produce less than 100,000. So it produces a lot of supply for like a little bit of money compared to other energy. So this support our arguments that it's much better than other sources of energy because you produce a lot more and you can like there's a lot of problem like people don't have electricity in their house and you can like supply everybody.
Nuclear is the only 24 hours a day, 7 days a week source of power that doesn't not result in the emission of greenhouse gases. To show what we mean, solar energy is only works when it's sun, wind energy only works when it's in areas a lot of wind. As you can clearly see from our example, nuclear energy doesn't have a lot of let's say benefits the other sources of energy have.
Okay, team number 2, please.
We believe that nuclear energy is not better than other sources. In the next minute, we will provide 3 different claims with evidence to support our position. The beginning, nuclear energy is not a better source of energy. It is not renewable source. An example is that uranium-235 were obtained using MPP. It is a rare type of uranium. Uranium because it is nuclear reactor radiation. And you can clearly see from our example, main source from building and creating and nuclear energy is uranium-235. That is very risky. After you finish the nuclear fission, the nuclear wave has a lot of more possible of radiation.
Indeed, nuclear energy is not better than other sources of energy because first then a lot more other sources that are soft enjoy to use like the hydroelectric, solar and wind panels. To illustrate, we can use them all together so we can have more powerful energy and not producing CO2. They are all free source and will not run out. This example supports all arguments that we don't want any nuclear power plant to be built. We want to receive soft sources of energy. This source we mentioned has 0.1 kilowatt per hour tend to produce CO2.
So finally, nuclear energy is not a better sources of energy because it is not the energy of the future. Although a lot of countries are continuing to develop nuclear power plants, United States and Europe are shutting down their nuclear power plants because it poses a serious health risk to people living near nuclear facilities. No one can guarantee that such accidents like in Chernobyl will never happen again. As you can clearly see, there are also wide failure to develop a safe permanent means of disposing of long-lived nuclear waste. US power companies have not only stopped building nuclear power plants, they have closed 5 reactors since 1966, and that they had become too expensive to operate. In addition, there are also 21 reactors in Canada have been laid up and are unlikely to operate again.
Okay, so we're gonna have now 4 minutes to talk with the team, just to meet with the team, and then you'll have one final time to respond to the group. So if you want to get together with the team to look at what did they say, and have them make a final response. Okay, 4 minutes, 4 minutes. Okay, Lorenzo, you can go.
Can I go to one Lorenzo Combat?
Miss, can I go to the one?
It's not a good day to go to wellness. It's a very important day.
You get the idea? So you can say
Hey, just checking everything in case today.
Ay, a ver cómo nos va.
Okay, great. Thanks.
I said comment.
2 more minutes, 2 more minutes.
I don't get it.
And there are so we said that there was during the experience, it's not true because people still live there because they say and they are dying.
What do you mean, sorry? Go around and go, what does she mean?
But
Put in my book.
Spy. Dónde para
Okay, try to finish your sentence. We're going to come back to the group now.
Te doy una cadena y te dejas ganar.
Okay. 4 minutes left, so come back to the table, please. Come back to the table.
Voy a dar una cadena y te dejas ganar.
Okay, we're going to have group number one. Group number one will reply first, and then group number two can go next for the final statement. Okay.
So we say, or like start saying this idea, and then we can say all the idea we had, and then the review, or it's
Yeah.
like one.
You can go, like, you can do everything first, and then they will do everything. Yeah.
When you start this?
I start. Okay. So I see that you didn't talk about another better specific energy. So you're like criticizing nuclear, but you don't talk about better solution. Ricardo talked about like hydro energy one time, and he said it was more powerful, which is not true. Like compared to nuclear energy, it's not powerful at all. And yeah, so you criticize but you don't talk about another better energy. So which is the solution?
Can you repeat it? The last sentence or your question?
No, I have a question. So
Can you rephrase that?
I said like,
Oh, that's just an idea.
huh?